Rebecca Schaefer Blundell was born and raised in Yazoo City, Mississippi. She attended Belhaven College in Jackson, Mississippi, where she was active in speech and drama and edited the college annual. She graduated with a double major in English and speech in 1937 and soon after took a secretarial job with the Manhattan Project. She then moved to New York City, where she lived for nearly 10 years. In 1947, she took a job with the Copyright Office of the Library of Congress and moved to Washington, D.C. This proved to be a life-changing event, as she nearly ran down a man crossing the street when she was driving to work one day. His name was Julius Allen, and the two were married in 1950. Their daughter Kathy was born 1 year later, followed by the births of Ken in 1953 and Lucy in 1956. Becky was introduced to the cooperative movement quite by chance.
When I took Kenny, the baby, to the Well Baby Clinic in Baltimore, I saw a sign, we're starting a cooperative preschool. Please call if you would like to join. So I called, and I found I had to take a course in early childhood development from Catherine Whiteside Taylor. So I took the course.
The year was 1953. By 1954, Becky had become chairman of the newly organized Liberty Cooperative Nursery Group in Baltimore and enrolled her daughter Kathy as one of its initial students. Becky was hooked. When the family moved to Tacoma Park a year later, it was therefore no surprise that she enrolled her children in the Tacoma Park Cooperative Nursery School and became its president within a year. In 1959, she helped set up one of the first cooperative preschool councils in the nation, and there, too, became president. The Montgomery County Council of Cooperative Nursery Schools represented 16 different co-op schools, with Becky at the helm. That same year, Becky joined with Catherine Whiteside Taylor to establish a national association for cooperative preschools. The idea was to promote the exchange of information among existing schools, to strengthen and grow the parent cooperative movement, and to promote desirable standards or best practices for the programs. It also aimed to cooperate with related organizations to provide more effective service relationships to parents of young children. Thus, the American Council of Cooperative Preschools was established in August of 1960. 4 years later, it changed its name to Parent Cooperative Preschools International and welcomed organizations from Canada, England, and New Zealand. Becky didn't stop once PCPI was formed, however. She dove in head first and became the managing editor of PCPI's newsletter, The Parent Cooperative, a role she held for 5 years. She was an outstanding leader who understood the benefits of cooperation and was committed to spreading the word. She often wrote and edited articles explaining how cooperatives worked and why they were important. She produced a bibliography for cooperative schools for the National Association for the Education of Young Children and co-authored the history of PCPI. For many years, Becky served as a respected and valued advisor for PCPI. Head Start also benefited from Becky's service. In 1965, the Office of Economic Opportunity called on Becky to join the leadership team working to develop the Head Start program. By then, Becky had become passionate about the role parents could play in their children's development and learning. She brought this passion to Head Start, advocating for parents to be included as both decision makers and staff.
There's a strong parent education component of Head Start also, isn't there?
That's right. Rosamond Kohlberg and I were both involved. Rosamond is from Virginia. And when they were setting up the criteria, the administrative director said, "Do you think we need parents?" And we said, "Oh, definitely." That's a very important component, and it still is. I think without the parents' organization, Head Start would not have fared as well as it does.
For 7 years, Becky continued to work with Head Start as a regional representative, a consultant, and chief of the Audit Review Division. Her duties included overseeing grants in 5 states, as well as research about the program. She also ensured that it was publicized in the PCPI newsletter, urging co-op mothers to consider teaching in the Head Start program. In fact, many of the first Head Start teachers came from preschool cooperatives. In 1968, Becky began working toward her degree in early childhood education while juggling the demands of motherhood and her significant volunteer work. She earned her master's degree 4 years later from the Institute of Child Study at the University of Maryland and promptly joined the staff of Towson State College, where she taught courses in childcare and education. In 1979, she launched Skill Masters, a business aimed at enriching the skills of people serving children. Here she offered workshops and training to preschool teachers, administrators, and parents, helping to build a cohort of people who could advance the cooperative preschool system. She urged people to consider the cooperative model whenever contemplating daycare.
And actually, I was one of the people who initiated Montgomery County Daycare, and we patented it somewhat after Head Start in that parents had to be involved. So parents are on the boards of any Montgomery County daycare.
Oh, really?
And come in and help. And I also helped start the one at NIH, and parents are involved there. And I think practically all of the government daycare have parents involved. Certainly the Senate daycare.
And the House all have parent advisory boards.
That's right. So that from Head Start, we actually were able to expand it into the private sector.
Not surprisingly, Becky won many awards over the years, including PCPI Parent of the Year in 1966, the Unsung Hero Certificate from the Cedar Lane Unitarian Church in 1992, and the National Co-op Month Award for Education in 1998. Just prior to her death on July 14, 2000, PCPI created the Becky Allen Fund, which annually provides a small grant to a parent cooperative preschool to fund a parent education project. It is a fitting tribute to her life's work. Another fitting tribute to Becky was the song her daughter Lucy wrote as a memorial.
So who will watch the children now? The torch has been passed on. A mother's love of roots and wings for us to carry on.
Becky Allen devoted herself to early childhood education and to promoting and enhancing the cooperative idea for nearly 50 years. She continually espoused the benefits of parent participation, parent control, and cooperatives in early childhood education, and as a result, helped to build a thriving cooperative preschool sector. She was a champion, a visionary, and a cooperative pioneer. For this, we remember her with induction into the Cooperative Hall of Fame.